So in this section, you're just looking at a whole bunch of examples of what we just talked about. So I'm going to pick and choose as we go, but here you've got all x's. Okay. Keep in mind, some of you are going to want to say, oh, it's just 0 multiplied by anything, it becomes a 0, so it's x to the 0 power is equal to 1. But remember, in this case here, you're adding exponents. It's like this one. So you have 4 minus 12 plus 0. It's inconsequential. And so that by itself is a 1, remember, looking up here, or up here. So it's 1 times the other stuff, so you can ignore that. Or if you say you're adding it, you're adding 0, so that doesn't matter either. It's x to the negative 8th power, or simplifying it becomes 1 over x to the 8th. Okay, here you have different variables, so the ones that are negative simply go on the bottom, and the ones that are positive stay up top. So this will be a y squared up top, and on the bottom you're just putting, again, it's over 1. These guys join the 1 down the bottom, they come down here, and you end up with an x to the 4th. It's now positive because it moved, and z to the 5th, also positive. So same thing can be done here. And here, really, I mean, you can approach this a couple different ways. You know that you're subtracting. Be careful not to say, ooh, that's convenient. It's already negative. This would be x to the 5 minus a negative 2. Okay? Another way you could approach it would be to move it up. It's negative, so let's move it. It's in the wrong place of a fraction, so if you call this x to the 5th times x squared, when you move it up, it becomes a positive squared. So add those two together, you get x to the 7th. Minus a negative, it becomes a positive 7 anyway. Okay. I mean, these two are very similar problems. You're looking at the x's separate from the y's. Okay. This negative 3 is going to go up. This negative 3 is going to go down. And so when you move it up, it's going to become a y to the 4th up top, but there's already a y there, technically to the 1st. So that's what happens with our y's. This x is already on the bottom. When the 3 comes down, it becomes an x to the 3rd. Oh, sorry, that was a 3. I was doing too much in my head. So when you combine them together, you end up with y to the 4th on top and x to the 4th on the bottom. Hi there. Good morning.